Hi everyone, I'm Wrong Rookie, and today we'll be taking a look at Dan the Man. Now believe it or not, when you look at it, you may think that it's a video game. And yeah, it kind of is. But what you probably don't know is that the game is based on a YouTube video series, Dan the Man, animated by Studio Yoho. When the show reaches to stage 8, it ends with it being an actual game that you play on mobile. And man, let me say this, that moment was a genius marketing tactic to me. I mean, real talk, when was the last time you saw a show that advertises you to get a game that's based on the show and does it perfectly without hinting at it till the end? But who could make it into a game if the creator couldn't do it? Well, that goes to Halfbrick. You know, the ones behind Jetpack Joyride that I just covered up earlier. But anyways, the game plays like a beat-em-up platformer. You get coins to mostly upgrade your moves and weapons, and the goal of each level is to beat baddies and reach its end. There are a lot of secrets you can find. Some have platforms that are hidden unless you get close enough, while others just show up when you jump on some part. And that is really weird. I mean, I get that they can't make a question block appear there like in Super Mario games, but why make it appear randomly instead of giving some kind of hint? I mean, this was a problem for early platform games that tried it, and I couldn't always find the collectibles this way. As for the collectibles, there isn't a specific type of collectible that you have to find in each level, and the collectibles that are hidden are mostly coins and weapons. Personally, I like this, because firstly, it's a lot more rewarding to get more stuff than a collectible that just gives you a stamp if you beat the level. I mean, what's the satisfaction of getting a collectible whose only purpose is to just get it to reach that 100% mark? I mean, it's fun, but to me, it's got to mean something. You know, something like unlocking more levels or getting some kind of reward. This is a problem I'm seeing with a lot of platformers. At least with Super Mario, you get some kind of reward here and there in most of the games. But in games like Good Boy Galaxy, Sinnoh-kun, and the other reason is that I'd rather get weapons to beat baddies, or get money to get weapons to beat some baddies. Because, at the end of the day, enemies start to get really challenging, and you really want to be careful there. You can go to shops and buy items and stuff, but you still need a lot of coins to get these items, as they tend to get expensive. Since this is a mobile game, you can, of course, use in-app purchases to make some of this easy, but to me, I want to play it without ads. And yeah, all this footage you're seeing right here is without ads in the game. So long as that works, it works for me. The moves and weapon upgrades are hit and miss. It's mostly to level up, so you unlock more things to do, and the weapons just become more powerful. A lot of these upgrades are expensive as hell though, so your best bet is to constantly grind for money in these arenas if you want to get the best. I'm not sure if the moves apply to the other characters, but I guess I will see as I play more of it. As for how the level design is overall, I'd say pretty solid. It's straightforward and has a few secrets here and there that do reward you if you find them, and the enemies are fairly balanced. My only gripe so far is that the game focuses a bit too much on the beat-em-up sections where you're forced to beat baddies, and until you do, you can't progress. And I get that it's a beat-em-up, but I like the platforming a lot more here, and I prefer that it's more of a platforming and less of beat-em-upping. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was going to roast Halfbrick if the game did not support controllers, but luckily it does. And let me tell you, Controllers beat touch buttons any day for me. It's not that I couldn't get used to touching input controls as much when I first played it for a few moments, but the controller just makes it more natural to me, and I personally just prefer it that way. That said, the game doesn't have the UI matched to the controller layout for whatever reason, even with the Xbox controller. My only main gripe with the game is that it tends to stutter occasionally. I literally played this on my tablet with the highest performance enabled, and let me tell you, my tablet is pretty powerful, and the stuttering is pretty annoying. I also noticed that, for some reason, the animations are slightly off compared to the show. Can't put my finger on it, but it's a minor nitpick. But the graphics and music are pretty solid. I really like how catchy the music is, and it captures the feel of the game really well. There is a lot of content the game has to offer, and I only covered just a slice of it, so when I get more into the game, I'll probably give my final thoughts. But for now, as is what it is, it's a pretty solid platformer. Well, that is it with this video. If you like what you've seen, then please give a like, comment, and subscribe. And in the meantime, thank you for watching Gaming Roki. Have a good one.